First and foremost, I want to say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. If it wasn't for him, this would not be possible. Low Nose Boxing. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe. As you can see, I'm outside chilling, man. Thanksgiving. I'm outside in the heated porch, backyard, deep in Jersey. Gotta give you boxing news. This Saturday, Subriel Matias is fighting. Subriel Matias is a WBA junior welterweight champion. I believe he's 19-1, 19 knockouts. He has a 100% knockout ratio. Subriel Matias is a fighter who I feel is not being promoted properly. He's a fighter that should be matched against guys with name recognition. He's a fighter that should be marketed in New York City, Philadelphia, Florida, places where it's predominantly Puerto Rican, because he does have a fan base. As long as he can fight, he knocks guys out. He also has a hip-hop following to him with the reggaeton culture. He's going to be a bona fide superstar. Plus, he happens to compete in the glamour division of 140 pounds, which is the junior welterweight division. You got superstars like Teofimo Lopez, you got Devin Haney, you got Ryan Garcia, you got Regis Prograis, you got Josh Taylor, you got Jose Ramirez, you got Javante Davis who can fight up there, who's proven he can fight up there. I mean, you got a lot of good matchups. You got Gary Antoine Russell. So with that being said, Subriel Matias está peleando sábado on the David Benavidez, Demetrius Andre card, and he got a formidable opponent too. His resume is not that bad. The last guy he fought was not that bad. He was pretty decent. He just wasn't somebody of star power, but he was a solid fighter. And the guy that he's fighting this weekend is also a solid fighter. But what I want to talk about right now is the history of Puerto Rican boxing. You already know my gimmick. I got to bring you boxing history, the past, the present, and the future. And being that we talking about Puerto Rican boxing, you know I got to represent with un vaso de coquito para que tú lo sepas. Boricua para que tú lo sepas, you know what I mean? On a Thanksgiving special, Low Nose Boxing. Let me put you on to Puerto Rican boxing. Puerto Rico is an island. It's an island that has produced so many great fighters, so many great legendary champions for years. Puerto Rico rivals Mexico in boxing, in Latin champions. And Puerto Rico is just a small, tiny island. Mexico is such a big country, a big nation, but yet still we've held our own with Mexico for so many years. Now, lately, Puerto Rico has been on a drought. We haven't had an elite level Puerto Rican fighter in quite some time. The last fighter from Puerto Rico that was elite, Hall of Fame worthy, that we had was Miguel Cotto. After that, the closest thing we had was Danny Garcia, who's a Puerto Rican American fighter from Philadelphia. Shout out to DSG, Danny Garcia, who I believe is going to be a Hall of Fame. And we also got El Shakur Stevenson, half Moreno Americano, half Puerto Rican from Newark, New Jersey. But we haven't had a solid Puerto Rican from the island in quite some time. Until now, Subriel Matias has to show Saturday night that he's not a flash in the pan. Because we had some Puerto Rican champions after Miguel Cotto, but they weren't really Hall of Fame worthy. They weren't the type of fighters that are going to be legends. So we got to see what Subriel Matias could do this Saturday. But let me just give you a brief rundown of the champions from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, unlike Mexico, is not a country that's stigmatized by a specific style of boxing. You got Mexican fighters that are known for the Mexican style. Come forward, take a punch, to give a punch, and work the body. The Puerto Rican greats, for the most part, are fighters of many different styles. Back in the late 70s, early 80s, we had Esteban de Jesus, a very powerful puncher with skills. And then we had Wilfredo Gomez, all-around skillful fighter with dynamite power. Big knockout puncher. We had Wilfredo Benitez, a slick boxer, counterpuncher who utilized upper body head movement to evade shots to be able to put himself in a position to land counters, right? In the 80s, we had Hector Macho Camacho, the most athletic Puerto Rican fighter of all time. Great footwork, blistering combinations, respectable power, great hand speed, right? Flashy, charismatic. Pardon me, something just came up on my camera. We have Edwin Rosario, counter-puncher with dynamite, one-punch knockout power. Felix Trinidad, come forward, tall, pressure, boxer puncher, counter-puncher with one-punch knockout power. We have Miguel Cotto, come forward, pressure fighter behind a stiff jab, work to the body, but can move around, converted southpaw. We had all different type of styles. Now we got Subriel Matias. We got to see what he brings to the table. Is Puerto Rico coming back? Absolutely. Is Puerto Rico coming back with Subriel Matias? We got to see, because he is in a tough division, but I'm definitely backing his play. So this Saturday night, tune in. David Benavidez, Demetrius Andrade, a great card. We got Charlo versus Jose Benavidez, and then we got Subriel Matias. Low Nose Boxing. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to my channel. Stop playing games, man. Let's get me to 1,000 subscribers. With that being said, I'm out. Happy Thanksgiving.